What's up guys, in today's video we'll be taking a look at one of my most bullish small market cap altcoins for this bull run, and this altcoin is Alienbase, ticker symbol ALB. This coin is a DEX on base. This coin has gone on an absolute tear recently, hitting a high of 50 cents about a week ago, but since then it's kind of cooled off and been consolidating for the last couple of days. So right now it's sitting at 34 cents. This coin was in the 5 to 10 cent range when I called it out about 6 months ago, and that's where I actually picked up a majority of my holdings, but I'm still DCAing into this coin. I think right now is still a good price. I've been buying in the 20 cent range, and now even in the 30 cent range I am still buying Alienbase because I truly do believe in this product due to the bullishness of the base ecosystem as well as DeFi projects, especially DEXs. This coin hits all the boxes, it checks all the boxes. I think $10 for this coin is very, very possible because it checks all those boxes, right? It checks the bullish narratives, that DeFi narrative as well as the base narrative. It has a great product slash technology, so its UI on its DEX website is very, very clean. In my opinion, it's much better than Aerodrome. And last but not least, Alienbase does have great tokenomics. It has much better tokenomics than Aerodrome because Aerodrome is very inflationary. Alienbase is not. I believe that this coin is still very undervalued right now, and I think we are still very, very early. And at the end of the video, I'll be giving my price predictions for Alienbase for 2025, and just keep in mind that these are conservative price predictions, so I do know that these prices could be a lot higher, but I want to stay on the conservative side for this video. Now let's take a look at the chart of Alienbase to see where this coin is heading in the short term. So doing some quick technical analysis, you can see that we were in this resistance zone, but we've actually broken to the downside. And what does that mean? That means that we will most likely retest these local lows right here. So around 31 cents, I would not be surprised if Alienbase dips down to that 31 cent area in the next couple of days. And if it does, then I will be sure to load up on this coin. Right now, the entire market is a little bit weak as of today. A lot of your coins are dropping, and this is mainly due to the fact that Bitcoin is kind of stalling a little bit, but your alts are getting hit the hardest, right? If we take a look at Bitcoin dominance right now, you can see we had a fake out. We had a fake out drop in Bitcoin dominance and then immediate bounce back of Bitcoin dominance. What does this mean? This means that Bitcoin is still the top dog. It's very, very strong right now, and your alts are still lagging behind. So altcoin season has not started. I believe we're close because we're seeing these signs that Bitcoin is starting to be weakened, but then immediately the money flows back into Bitcoin. So people still have a lot more confidence in Bitcoin right now, but I can definitely expect as time goes on, right, as we get into late 2024, Q1, Q2 of 2025, you're going to see this eventually. You're going to see a steep, massive drop-off in Bitcoin dominance, and that's when you see altcoin season, and that's when you're going to see the most gains for your coins like Alienbase. In my opinion, you have to get into altcoins early before this drop happens, right? That is when a majority of the money is going to be made, and I believe right now is still a very, very opportune moment to pick up some of the best altcoins out there. And Alienbase, I truly believe, is one of the best altcoins, low market cap altcoins that you can get. It's the best bang for your buck. If you already have this coin, I wouldn't rush into these prices because I definitely think we could go lower. Of course, I said this 30 cent area, but if we see more weakening in the altcoin market, then we can definitely see the strong support area being hit again. So Alienbase could very well go back down to about this 25 cent range. I would not be surprised at all, but don't count on that happening. That's why DCAing is your best strategy here, is your best friend, right? Buying at 34 cents, right? It's not the greatest price, but it's not a bad price whatsoever, right? It's not like you're buying at all-time highs, 50 cents. You're still 20, 30, 40% down from all-time highs. And if it goes back down further, then that's another opportunity to DCA, right? This is the strategy that I use, and this is the strategy that you should use to get into altcoins and establish your position. But on a more positive note, let's take a look at the short-term price predictions. What is that next leg up going to look like for Alienbase? Well, if we do a quick fib extension from the previous all-time high, which was 50 cents, down to the swing low of around 22 cents a couple of days ago, let's take a look at what I call the golden ratio, right? That's going to be this 1.618 to this 2.618 area, and that's precisely going to put Alienbase at 67 cents to about 96 cents. So that could very well be that next leg up. We can see Alienbase consolidate, and then maybe hit all-time high resistance, and then let's say Bitcoin goes on another run, and then you see your altcoins start shooting off again, then you can expect to see this area being hit. We could potentially hit the top of this area and then consolidate, and then maybe land somewhere in the low part of this area and then go from there. That can very well play out. Of course, like I always say, this is all dependent on what Bitcoin does. In the short term, if altcoins are still weak compared to Bitcoin and you see that Bitcoin dominance keep going up, then expect to see more consolidation, expect to see Alienbase potentially retest this strong support zone and then bounce and consolidate and oscillate between those two zones. Just be patient in this market. Altcoins are still very, very volatile, right? We still have a lot of fear in the market. Despite the recent pump the past couple of weeks, we still see a lot of fear. And when you see this fear start dissipating, once you see a lot of people start throwing bunches and bunches of money without a care in the wind, that's when you know altcoin season is coming or is already started. Once people think that they can't lose money, that's when you know euphoria is happening, and that's when you should look at getting out of the markets. That is just my opinion, of course, but right now there's still a lot of fear in the market, especially with altcoins, so it's still a good time to buy, of course. Buy the fear, sell the greed. So what I'm about to talk about is very, very important. This is the thesis behind my belief of Alienbase, and the Base network has a lot to do with it, right? So as you guys know, the Base network is an Ethereum layer 2 incubated by Coinbase. It has a goal of onboarding 1 billion new users to the platform, and if Base even meets a small percentage of that goal, then I can easily see Base being a top 3 chain this cycle, and Alienbase being the number 2 DEX behind Aerodrome, right? Aerodrome is that number 1 Base DEX. We know that Aerodrome will pretty easily hit over a $4 billion market cap. I think that is kind of written in stone. Even with Aerodrome's inflationary nature, I still think it can pretty easily hit that $3 to $4 billion range. And imagine if Alienbase even hits 1/10 of that. Imagine if Alienbase, the number 2 DEX, is 1/10 of the size of the number 1 DEX of Aerodrome. Then that would put Alienbase at a $400 million market cap, which is over a 10x from today's price. Now I want you to combine that logic with the fact that Alienbase is superior to Aerodrome, in my opinion, in almost every aspect, right? So first, let's look at the UI, the user interface. Alienbase's website is highly developed and highly accessible for beginners. Let's actually take a look at the website. You can see very, very clean layout. Taking a look at some of the features of Alienbase, you can see this page is the swap mechanism. Jumping into the farming feature, you can actually stake a lot of your tokens. So you can stake your Alienbase for ES ALB, and this will give you around a 27% APR. So that's free money on the table for you. So this project is multifunctional and it's very, very easy to use. Alienbase also has much better tokenomics. So it has that max supply cap, right? Unlike AERO, Alienbase has a capped max supply that limits inflation and it provides stability for future prices. And then Alienbase also has a supply lockup, right? Over 50% of Alienbase's circulating supply is locked, and that makes it less susceptible to those large price swings like we had with Aerodrome, right? Aerodrome went from about $1.50 all the way back down to like 60, 50 cents. And last but not least, Aerodrome is still a very small market cap coin, right? Under $40 million market cap. That just means it has much more price potential for the future. Another thing I want to talk about also is the Base narrative, right? Base is the most bullish new chain on the block. Last cycle, it was Solana. This cycle, I believe it's going to be Base. And last cycle's Solana DEXs, the main ones were Jupiter and Radium. And Jupiter did a $2.4 billion market cap at its peak, and Radium hit a $1.2 billion market cap at its peak. So I believe that we're going to see something very similar happen. We're going to see history start to rhyme this cycle, and we're going to see Aerodrome become the Jupiter of this cycle, and we're going to see Alienbase become the Radium of this cycle. You do the math. If Alienbase even hits the market cap of Radium today, let's take a look at what that puts Alienbase at, right? That would put Alienbase at a price of $12, which is a 33x from today's price. And I believe this is conservative. This would be a $1.2 billion Alienbase, and Alienbase can definitely hit this number. It does need a few catalysts. It probably needs a Coinbase listing. Actually, it definitely needs a Coinbase listing. But because Alienbase is on the Base ecosystem. It's the number 2 best DEX on Base in terms of TVL. Coinbase is eventually going to look at Alienbase as one of those top projects. In my opinion, it's a no-brainer for Coinbase to list Alienbase on the actual centralized exchange. I think it's just a matter of time. Now, with that being said, let's take a look at my price predictions for 2025. If we take a look at this green area, this is what I consider extremely high likelihood. That means that we most likely do not need an exchange listing. And this would be anywhere from a $1 to a $5 Alienbase. Once again, right now we're still sitting at about 34 cents. I need to change this number actually. So we're sitting at 34 cents, $34 million market cap. I believe 100 million to 500 million can be hittable without an exchange listing, without a tier 1 exchange listing, that is. I think a 50% likelihood, which is still very, very possible, which would put Alienbase at a $750 to a $10 range, which is a $750 million market cap to a $1 billion market cap, needs a tier 1 exchange listing, right? That's why I say it's 50% likelihood, because I think we can definitely get one, but tier 1 exchange listings aren't always guaranteed. You never know in the crypto markets. But if we do get one, I believe this is the minimum. And then I believe a $1 billion plus market cap, so $10 plus for Alienbase, 25x from today's price. That is a 20% likelihood, and that also needs a tier 1 exchange listing. Like I said, these numbers are very conservative, and a lot of this does hinge on that tier 1 listing. If we don't have a tier 1, then this green range is probably where you're going to target. But if we do have a tier 1, I believe anything from yellow to red is going to be very likely. That's going to be it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you think about Alienbase. And once again, as a reminder, I am launching a Patreon in the next probably 1 to 2 days. I'm going to make a community post with the link to the Patreon very, very soon. And I'll also be linking the link to my Patreon under my videos as well as in my bio. So keep an eye out for that. This Patreon will cover my holdings, right? So you'll get to know what coins I'm currently holding and how much of each coin I'm currently holding, as well as my buy and sell alerts, any future plays that I make, right? A lot of these future plays could be small market cap gems like Alienbase. You're also going to get Discord access eventually. I'm making the Discord right now, and this is going to be a great space for everyone to learn from each other. It is much, much easier to make money in crypto if you have a group of people that are willing to share knowledge with each other, and that is what this community is for. I'll also be doing regular technical analysis and research on all the coins I hold, as well as any coins that you guys recommend. And I'll also throw in some free guides and learnings for you guys. And this is all subject to change. I'll probably add a lot more features to this Patreon and Discord. Like I said, it's going to be $5 a month for 20 spots. I think that is a very fair price. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you guys in the next one.